You know what's wild? Most people spend their entire lives bouncing between $0 and maybe 2 grand in their bank account. Paycheck comes in, bills go out. Rent, groceries, maybe a night out, if you're lucky. And then nothing. Back to zero. Repeat. It's like financial whack-a-mole. Every time you think you're getting ahead, life bonks you on the head with a car repair. So why does this keep happening? And more importantly, how do you actually break the cycle? Let's talk about it. Here's the thing nobody tells you. The system is literally designed to keep you in this loop. I'm not even being dramatic. Think about it. You get paid, rent's due 3 days later, then your phone bill, student loans, insurance, subscriptions you forgot you had. Looking at you, Disney Plus. By the time you're done, you've got like $300 left, maybe. And society's like, just save 20% of your income. Cool, thanks. Let me save 20% of the $80 I have left after everything. But here's where it gets interesting. It's not just about the money. It's about the mindset that keeps you stuck. Let me explain the trap most people fall into. You're tired, you've been working all week, it's Friday night. So you treat yourself. Take out, drinks with friends, impulse buy on Amazon because you deserve it. And you do deserve it. I'm not saying you don't, but here's the problem. You're spending money to feel better about a life you don't actually like. It's emotional spending, and it's expensive. You're basically renting happiness for a few hours, and then you're back to square one on Monday morning. Plus, and this is the kicker, you're not investing in anything that actually changes your situation. No skills, no side hustle, no assets. Just consumption. Sound familiar? Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, smart guy, but I literally can't save. My rent alone is half my paycheck. I get it. And honestly, you're right. If you're making $2,500 a month and rent is $1,200, you're not exactly swimming in options. But here's what I realized. Most people aren't just broke because of rent. They're broke because they have zero financial awareness. Let me give you an example. I had a friend who was always complaining about being broke. Always. One day I asked him, dude, where does your money actually go? He had no idea. None. So we sat down and tracked it. Turns out he was spending $400 a month on food delivery. $400. He almost threw his phone across the room when he saw it. You can't fix a problem you don't know exists. All right, so how do you actually break out of this? Step one, and I'm dead serious about this, you have to track every dollar. I know, it sounds boring. It is boring. Do it anyway. Use an app, use a spreadsheet, write it on a napkin. I don't care. But you need to see where your money is going, because I guarantee you're bleeding cash in places you don't even realize. Step two, cut the leaks. Not everything. You're not a monk. But pick one thing you're overspending on and cut it in half. Eating out 5 times a week? Make it 2. Subscriptions you don't use? Cancel them. You haven't watched Hulu in 6 months. And listen, you're not depriving yourself. You're redirecting that money into something that actually matters. Which brings me to step 3. This is where most advice stops. Just save money. Cool. And then what? Watch it sit there while inflation eats it alive? No. Here's the real move. You have to start building. And I don't mean some get-rich-quick scheme. I mean actual skills, actual income streams. Learn something valuable. Freelance on the side. Sell something. Create something. Because here's the truth. You will never save your way to wealth on a regular salary. You have to earn your way out. I know a guy who started doing video editing on Fiverr while working full-time at a warehouse. 6 months later, he was making an extra $800 a month. That's $800 that wasn't going straight to bills. That was $800 he could actually use to get ahead. And yeah, it sucked at first. Late nights, tired as hell. But you know what sucked more? Being stuck in the same cycle for another 5 years. Here's the part people don't talk about. Breaking the cycle isn't just about money, it's about identity. Most people see themselves as not good with money, so they act like it. They don't check their bank account because they're scared of what they'll see. They don't budget because it won't work anyway. They don't invest because that's for rich people. But here's the thing. Rich people aren't rich because they're smarter than you. They're rich because they made different decisions over and over again. And yeah, some of them had advantages, a safety net, connections, whatever. But that doesn't mean you can't start making better decisions right now. You don't need permission. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to start. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've got it all figured out. I've made dumb money decisions. I've blown paychecks on stupid stuff. I've ignored my bank account and hoped for the best. We've all been there. But here's what changed for me. I stopped waiting for life to get easier, because it doesn't. Bills don't stop. Rent doesn't go down. Your boss isn't giving you a surprise raise. The only thing that changes is you. And the second you accept that, everything shifts. You stop blaming the economy. You stop waiting for the right time. You just start doing the work. Is it fun? Not always. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Because 5 years from now, you're either going to be in the exact same spot or you're going to be out. Your call. So here's what I want you to do tonight. Seriously, tonight. Open your banking app. Look at your last 30 days of spending. Find one thing you're wasting money on. Just one. And cut it or reduce it starting this week. Then take that money and put it towards something that actually moves you forward. A course, a certification, equipment for a side hustle. Hell, even just throwing it into a savings account so you have a buffer for once. Just do something different than what you've been doing. Because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same result. And we both know you don't want that. Breaking the $0 to $2,000 cycle isn't easy, but it's not impossible either. It just takes awareness, discipline, and a willingness to bet on yourself when nobody else will. So let's do this. Let's level up together. If this hit home, drop a like. Comment what you're cutting out this week. I want to hear it. And if you know someone stuck in this cycle, send them this video. They need to hear it. Let's get it.